Tell us about the genesis of this project and where it all began.
So the genesis is 20 years ago, first teenage holidays with my Swiss friends. We went to south of France, and Fahed just came. He was illegal at the time in France. We spent like, it was crazy, Swiss guys' first little crazy things you do when you're 16, and this guy living in a totally different reality than we were. And we clicked, and we became very close. And 20 years after, I wanted to... So I respected him a lot since I was young. I wanted to know what was going on 20 years after. And when he told me in 2016 that he wanted to go back to get married, I was like, it's the opportunity for me to pay him tribute for all of what he's done. And then nothing happened as expected, as you saw. But still, I thought we had something about exile and something I think a lot of people living abroad or something can relate to, and that's what I wanted to share.
Yeah. Talk about the process in filming Family. Did it ever feel too close?
It was not easy. No, the ambition was I really wanted to tackle intimacy, and I think the only way, at least especially in Algeria, or it's family. You win time at least. I don't think I would have been able to shoot something with a like kind of a stranger, or it would have taken maybe 20 years, or I don't know. And so that's good because you have intimacy, but then of course you do many things at the same time. It's not always easy, but we have a film now, so I thank them, by the way, so much because they allowed me inside. It's not easy, and I think, they were great.
And the political situations in both England and Algeria are very prominent in the film. Talk about your decision to include that.
I think, so okay, I studied international relations, as you said, and obviously I'm interested into these topics. But when you see my cousin or like the English characters, for example, or even my aunts in Algeria, they don't have the time to over-intellectualize everything as I do. And I think most of the people voting these things they just live and survive and do their thing. And I quickly understood I just have to show them in their environment without trying to stress too much. For Algeria, it was difficult because I didn't want to seem opportunist or like to use it to make it come. At the same time, you cannot do as it didn't happen. Yes. So we tried to do this way, like with my small cousin Fahed, that is very funny in the movie. So it was like, this guy tells you he's 10 years old, he tells you I want to go abroad, and I found beautiful that he was the most motivated to go into the street, something he never lived before, and it was great to share it with him.
Nice. Do we have some questions in the audience? Yes, go ahead.
So
Did your cousin get married, I guess?
He canceled the second wedding. So in 2 years it was a divorce and 2 cancelled wedding. So that was about the ending. It was I at some point understood that I could film all my life. It would be a never-ending situation. So at a point, my producer as well had to tell me like, okay, now what will be the end?
There's a question over here. Go ahead. There's no sadness in the film. Is Fahed happy?
Some days yes, some days no. I think, again, what I respect and admire, and I'm very different from him regarding to that, is he has no time to be sad. He's just chasing his things, and sometimes I'm the kind of guy procrastinating all the time, and I respect that because he's really... as you can see, he's not drinking, he's not smoking, he's just trying to do things the right way. And it's not easy, I think, especially in a city like this. I mean, it's not easy.
Yeah. Yes, go ahead. What did Fahed think when you showed him the finished product?
That's the difficult question. Basically, he hasn't seen it yet because no, that was a real question because I really want him to see it with the public and in a nice place. Unfortunately, we couldn't make it here, but we will do it very quickly afterwards. And I think, yeah, we had some. I think it's once he will be in the theater, he will be happy. I think, but it's very hard for someone who tried to hide his entire life to suddenly be like this, and that's why I think it's very important, like, yeah, to share it with people and in a nice framework, because I think it would be just, we spoke about that. I mean, I don't think you will be too stressed to see it like alone in your little screen, so he will see it end of the month hopefully, and we'll tell you about.
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you for following your dreams. I found the film very poetic in so many different ways, and especially the way you brought masculinity into the film. I find it was interesting when the masculinity came into the partnership perspective, the brotherhood perspective, and also the young child perspective being grown with women. I'm curious with Fayyad, have you, like, what type of conversations of masculinity was happening offset? That you found was that was happening that you didn't even notice it was going to happen?
What were the kind of discussions about masculinity that were happening off camera?
Mhm. Yeah, no, I think we didn't. I think he's really following a pattern. Everything is determined like by social codes, and I think what we get into this film is like he tries to follow these social yes codes, but he's understanding and maybe not accepting or beginning to accept that it doesn't apply anymore because he was abroad for too long, and that it doesn't satisfy his needs, I think. And I think he's now, so I'm sad he's not here to speak about, but I think he's kind of trapped between this. That when he says at the end, maybe I should marry an English woman, you know, and I think he's really like, it's hard to dare to break like the rules, so called, and the discussions about masculinity offsets. Me, I was teasing him like, why, like, just live your life, and he was like, yeah, but I wanna please my mom somehow, you know, and. Yeah, I think a lot of people. It does not only happen in Algeria. I mean, anywhere. But yeah.
Yes, go ahead. Do you think Fahed's
Yeah.
mind changed over the course of the filmmaking?
I I cannot speak for him, but the process, I think somehow he did accept me because I was company to him. Because as you see, he's very lonely. So somehow I think he was not always realizing what it was involving, but he was just like, cool. My cousin is here. He's bringing me people like a GOP or like something is happening. It's cool. Um, but I cannot say if he changed his mind or no. He's kind of really special as well, you see. So, but no, definitely. I think he's kind of trapped. He knows that when you have his life, you work a lot. Um, you need to keep working 60 hours a week to get the money and to shine when you go back. But even if you put money aside and you go back, as you see in the movie, money does not make everything, and it's not only about that. So I would I would know myself if I was in his situation, if I would change my mind or no. I think that's a never-ending. There will be never an answer. It's how you dance with the rain. Like, I think the answer is more to find in how to dance with the rain than just radically find the way to go there or to go there. And it applies for many situations in life, I think.
Yes, go ahead. Yeah. Yep. What other projects have you got in mind?
Top secret. No, let us have the premiere here. I mean,
Give us a hint, no?
give us like some months to enjoy that. And no, but hopefully very soon we're gonna go back to work. But I cannot speak. It's not nothing.
Yeah, cool. Go ahead.
Thank you for a very interesting film. Is there an Algerian community in Grimsby, and has Fahed ever contacted, or other than the kebab shop?
Is there an
Yeah.
Algerian community in Grimsby, and has Fahed reached out?
So no, there isn't. There are some Arabs now. Yeah, you see the Moroccan. He's Moroccan. His colleague at the kebab shop, and basically Fahed told me he wanted to go there because he has this very nice phrase. When he came for the first time to London, he was very disappointed because he went through Edgware Road where you have all Arabic restaurants and stuff, and he was like, "It's written in Arabic on the walls." I thought it was England, and he was disappointed, and he always told me, after a year, like, I want to go to England, I want to speak English, and at the time there were really not a lot of migrants there, so he really wanted to go there, like to learn the language and as well to feel in another country, you know, and as well it's smaller, it was easier to make his place. But yeah, and that's another point why I was interested in telling his story, because it's strange, like it wouldn't have been the same in London. You have a community, you have like second generation, third generation Algerian now. Grimsby, he's like, yeah, it's really like poor, very white English, style of living, and this contrast was funny to me.
Yes, go ahead.
My question is about the title, and you've talked a lot about code switching, the sense of belonging, and obviously the title's my English cousin.
Mhm.
So to you, is that almost a conclusion in the movie, or is it more of a, an open question?
Is the title more of a conclusion or an open question?
No, much simpler. It's just one of the way I just call him, and at the end, I understood late in the editing stage that I cannot put my family on the screen without taking position or without somehow including myself in the film. And that's why this title was, I just had to make this title. It's a statement at the end, like, as it didn't happen how we expected, like the narrative and stuff. I'm like, okay, so it's my cousin, it's his portrait, and yeah, it was a way to include myself without taking his place, you know, and interpret it as you want. Is he English or not? So, up to you guys.
Do we have any more questions? Okay.
What were you trying to capture? I noticed you kept going back to the shot of the building getting demolished over time.
Yeah, so
The question is about the shot of the building being demolished over time and what that was about.
so visually it was striking for me, and it was kind of these buildings, I think, for me, I'm not an expert in architecture, but looks like very 60s, 70s, when the city was super rich and super flourishing. They're destroying it because of asbestos and all those things. And it was somehow to me, this flourishing town of the 60s industrialization that was destroyed. Plus, I really like when I see. So sometimes you have to have pleasure for yourself as well. But yeah.
And there is one more question in front.
How was it interacting with his English roommate? Like, I did find that kind of surprising.
Mm.
He had, like, he very deliberately found a community or flatmates that were very, very different from him. But they seemed kind of sweet and fond of him.
Mm.
How was it filming them?
What was it like filming and interacting with his English roommates?
So that was a godsend gift. Because basically these are contractors. They come, they work 3 weeks on the port, and then they go. And I went 2 times. There were other contractors living with him, but not as funny and as. So we really got lucky with these. And I think I can only again speak for myself, but what I found interesting and touched me was you still feel this class solidarity. I think they're close because they share the same condition. They work hard. work hard to get money and that was stronger than any other differences. And yeah, it was beautiful. I think seeing they don't share the same culture and stuff, but still respect each other. We could have found Nazis or people not not that good. I'm not sure we could have filmed, but no, they were great, and I can't wait to show the film in England with all these guys gathered and ending up in a pub like this.
Yes, go ahead. Can you talk about the influence of the women in Fayed's life and what that is, how that has influenced perhaps his dreams of finding a wife?
So that's it's interesting because during the shooting, at some point when I was only in England, you see he's lonely. You had this part where he was living with these coworkers, but then some of the time it was hard because how will he express himself? So I needed to play with someone else. I needed the help. So that's how Auntie Nadia came. And she really played the game. And at some point it was important for me to have my aunt or women challenging him on these wedding issues, because otherwise it could have been bad interpreted or and I found it interesting, and she's so good at it, so I know she was going to hit. So that's how it came, and and I think at the end, and they have a special relationship too. So I knew it will work, and I'm really glad that my aunts played the game, and we have a kind of lot of family in this movie. So
I think we have to end it there, but
Okay.
I want to say thank you so much to you for bringing
thank
this
you, Matt,
wonderful
and
film to
thank
TIFF.
you everyone for coming.
Yes.
Thank you.
Please remember to vote. You can do so at tiff.net/vote.